Where did Chameleon go? I'm wondering where she went off to. Somewhere we'll never know. What is the border supposed to do? Please tell that witch if you see her. Border Patrol is longing to see her. Where did Chameleon go? And wishing she'll get back soon. Get back soon. So wait. Did y'all hear that? This video is brought to you by Extreme Tees. Click on the link below. Make sure you put Kevin in the promo code and you'll get a 20% discount. Hey y'all, check this out. Bam! Oh yeah. I bet you like it, don't you? Bet you want one of these. Wait a minute. Look at the back. Bam! Yeah. You too can be cool like me. That's right. But wait a minute. Wait, this is not over. Bam! Oh, you like it, don't you? You want one of those. You like, yo, Kev, how can I be down with that? Well, look, wait. It ain't over. Noble Gold is making me love them, y'all. They're making me love them. Oh, yeah. Sniff it. You want some of that, don't you? You want some of that? Well, you know what? You can have some of that. And I'm going to tell you how you can do it. All you have to do is to protect your retirement with the Noble Gold IRA. You know why? Because Noble Gold is who I trust. Now, have you heard of shrinkflation? Yeah, you heard it right. Shrinkflation. This is where your candy bar or your burger gets smaller, but the price stays the same, right? Have you noticed this? I have. It's happening all the time, everywhere now. Yet the government insisted inflation is under control, or that it's just temporary. But what do you think? You see my face? Exactly. This is just inflation by the back door. But Noble Gold is ahead of the game here. They know that with a precious metal IRA under your belt, you'll hedge these prices and you can retire without worrying about it. And you'll be able to keep up with the inflation that the folks in Washington are trying to hide. And this month, to thank you and to get your precious metal project off to a flying start, Noble Gold is giving away a free 5-ounce solid silver, America the Beautiful, bullion coin with every qualifying IRA or 401k rollover. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com or call us at 877-646-5347. That is 877-643-5347. Now let's get to this video.
How about a message from our vice president? Where is she?
Yeah. Asking the question, where's Kamala Harris?
Where's the vice president on any of this?
The Biden administration, including Vice President Harris, who was assigned the job of dealing with this crisis, are simply missing in action.
She was supposed to be in charge of all of these migration issues.
It just appears that they do not care and will not do anything to respond to this humanitarian border crisis.
2 months, we have released 100,000 illegal immigrants into the interior of the country. That is a stunning number. Not to mention those images I'm looking at, Rachel. There's human excrement under there. There's sewage.
Yeah.
It is deplorable conditions. Where's the great humanitarian, Kamala Harris?
Where's Kamala Harris?
Where's the vice president on any of this?
The Biden administration, including Vice President Harris, who was assigned the job of dealing with this crisis, are simply missing in action.
She was supposed to be in charge of all of these migration issues.
It just appears that they do not care and will not do anything to respond to this humanitarian border crisis.
2 months, we have released 100,000 illegal immigrants into the interior of the country. That is a stunning number. Not to mention those images I'm looking at, Rachel. There's human excrement under there. There's sewage. It is deplorable conditions. Where's the great humanitarian, Kamala Harris?
That was one of her first international trips with the message, do not come here illegally. People aren't listening. What is she saying now?
Oh, whoa, okay. Well, I mean, shoot, I'm sorry. I got caught up in all the emotion and everything. And, you know, I was getting a little sad for a second, man, because of the music, the Spanish guitar. And shoot, these folks appear to be sincerely worried about Kamala Harris, you know, just like I am. You heard my song, y'all. Please tell Chameleon if you see her that the Border Patrol is longing to see her. But we found her, y'all. Thank God we found her, y'all. We thought she was hiding out in some type of cave, dodging questions, or forsaking her duties as the vice president and further destroying her ratings. But no. She was just waiting for the right opportunity to come out and do what she does best. Race bait. All of this going on down at the border. And Kamala Harris has been hiding out under some rock,
But now she jumped on that witch's broom, threw on that big old cone-shaped hat, and came flying across the moon just to land and bring up some garbage like this, ladies and gentlemen.
What I saw depicted about those individuals on horseback treating human beings the way they were is horrible. And I fully support what is happening right now, which is a thorough investigation into exactly what is going on there. But human beings should never be treated that way. And I'm deeply troubled about it. And I'll also be talking to Secretary Mayorkas today about it.
Well, now she wants to go and talk to Secretary Mucus and stuff about this. Now, I'm amazed at this because she finally saw something. Yeah, I saw those pictures, those race baiting pictures, those fake race baiting pictures. But I didn't see all of those Haitians running around trying to dodge the Border Patrol. I didn't see all of those kids being thrown over those walls. All of these kids left out there in the middle of the desert, thrown in the river. Didn't see any of that. No, I don't see all these young ladies being raped as they are trafficked from wherever they're coming from to here. Didn't see any of that. Not seeing that huge mess down there, but I am able to see these Border Patrol officers doing the best they can to fix the problem that me and Joe and the rest of these Democrats have created. Now you're giving me something to work with. So she hides out all of this time in regards to the border and what's going on down there, that humanitarian crisis. And then all of a sudden, someone must have called down to that rat cave, not the bat cave, the rat cave, and told her, racism. She saw that big old social justice light up in the sky. Time to come out and do some race baiting, man. And here she comes. I saw it, and this is unacceptable. I don't know what's really going on, but I'm supposed to know what's going on, but I don't, because I'm never down there. I don't go to see what's going on, even though I'm supposed to be the border czar. But because I am forsaking these duties and I don't really care about these people, what goes on down there, I don't know. I don't even know what they use horses. Are you kidding me? Wow, that's crazy. I better go take a look at it. No, you know what? I'm not going. Send Mucus. So I guess she sent Mucus, but I will say this. The lady from Australia who finally found her, I guess, and using this clip from, shout out to all the other clips. I'm going to put the links in the bottom to the people who put together the little Spanish montage and stuff, okay? All right. But, yeah, she found her, and you know what? She got a little take on this, too, since Kamala Chameleon is now concerned about all of this, and she wants to get involved. Only on the racism issues.
That's Vice President Kamala Harris there making her first comments about the crisis that is unfolding in Del Rio, Texas. VP Harris was named the border czar by President Biden, meaning she was in charge of figuring out how to handle the influx of migrants flocking to the borders surrounding the US and Mexico. Since President Biden took office, the number of migrants attempting to relocate to the US has hit a record high. Most of the migrants flocking to Del Rio over the last week are Haitian and are believed to have made their way from Central America, where they were relocated following the 2010 earthquake in Haiti. An estimated 15,000 mostly Haitian migrants crossed through Rio Grande to Del Rio in an attempt to be processed into the country. Thousands have set up camp under the international bridge, creating huts out of sticks and leaves. They are running out of food and water and are creating a humanitarian catastrophe. VP Harris had not acknowledged the crisis despite the serious situation that is unfolding.
That's right, because she's not there to acknowledge real crisis. No. You think she's there to recognize the real problem? You think that's what Democrats do? Are you kidding me, man? They're there to create problems and dodge real ones. See, so they create the fake ones that benefit them, and then when real problems come up, then they dodge those. They kick the can down the road. They pretend things are happening, stuff is going on. Yeah, I've heard Raggedy Patty come out and say, well, you know, Vice President Harris is working with other countries and they're talking about stuff and she's trying to get to the root. Well, if you want to get to the root, how about you take your raggedy root butt down there to that border and see what these Border Patrol officers are dealing with because of you and Joe. They're about to express how they really feel about Kamala Harris as she tries to throw them under the bus because of an opportunity to race bait. Don't come out any other time sitting in that cave, all we see is them beady little eyes sticking out until you smell some racism, and that's what draws the big old troll out from underneath the bridge. And now she's concerned about all of this stuff going on. Not concerned about any other stuff. How do folks vote for these folks? I really don't understand. But I do understand this.
Images released over the last week have shown Border Patrol agents using whips to move migrants along.
Whips?
The distressing images have American...
Well, you ain't telling me that they using whips down there? Oh, heck no. You know what that means, y'all. It gotta be some slavery going on. See, before I go down and waste my time checking and finding out what really happened and talking to the Border Patrol and witnessing this stuff for myself and really trying to take my job seriously to increase my ratings and productivity, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hear about whips, horses, black folks, all equal slavery. That's what it does. It equals racism. So forget me investigating first and then adding my 2 cents in. No. That's not what race baiters do. We want to start that narrative off and pray and hope that the bubbleheads that watch us or see these sound bites, they're not going to stop for 1 second and internalize what that would look like. If this is really an atrocity, if these men are really down there beating these Haitians with whips, you're trying to convince me that these men are that stupid. You're trying to convince me that you as a professional is not going to stop and think this through and say, wait, whoa. You trying to tell me that with all of this technology and all of these cell phones and press down there, all this stuff, these guys are down there just like you're trying to portray this, out there with their horses and full-blown whips like, get on out of here, shouldn't be over here anyway. That's what you're trying to get me. You know what? Maybe I better pump the brakes. And instead of throwing my Border Patrol under the bus, how about I give a call? Hey, there's some stuff going on around the country about some whips and horses. And you know anything about this? Oh, no, those aren't whips. See, we could have solved this easily. Those aren't whips. They're horse reins. Oh, okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Well, let me go out and clear that up. But no, that's not her goal and objective, or Raggedy Patties, or any of these race-baiting Democrat politicians or operatives whose real goal is to do everything they can to drive a wedge between us and secure their precious gold, y'all. Yeah, all of these illegal immigrants coming will benefit them. So don't look at them. Don't look at the fact that all of these folks that's coming don't have to get COVID test or none of that stuff. Yeah, you know what? We're hoping to test them, but we're not going to do that unless we get some symptoms. See, because we don't have to give the test first. We're going to do something we don't do for y'all. We're going to just, look them over. Okay, you look pretty healthy. Go ahead in. See, but with us, you got to have a test if you don't want the mots. Every week, you got to get a test just to work, stuff like that, but not them. See, why don't our bosses and these corporations give us the once over? No, you look pretty good, Jim. Go ahead in. Don't work for us, but it works for them. Or is it convenient? Because, see, if these folks start testing positive and they actually have to document that and quarantine that and all of that stuff, then guess what? That probably would leak out into the audience that's completely ignorant to what they're doing down there. And they would start waking up, perhaps going, wait a minute. They say they're trying to save our lives by doing what? Bringing all these illegal immigrants in, not testing them, busting them all through the rest of the United States. And we got to go through all these hoops just to go to work. Huh? Well, we better go ahead and finish this video and see what becomes of Kamala's theory about these slave masters whipping these black people.
Is furious about how this whole situation has been handled and whether or not the migrants are being treated in an inhumane way. Kamala Harris responded to a reporter today, calling the images horrible and said there would be a thorough investigation carried out by Homeland Security on the patrol agents and how they're treating the migrants. However, Fox News reporter Bill Malugin, who has been based in Del Rio for a week, says the agents never had any whips. They have split reins for their horses, which has been falsely represented as a whip.
Bill, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, Vice President Kamala Harris, others have seized on this photo of a Border Patrol agent on a horse in Del Rio over the weekend. They said visuals were horrific in their words. They were disturbed by what they saw. Homeland Security Department has launched an investigation. What are you hearing on the ground from agents there about all of that?
Right, so the narrative out there right now is that these horseback agents were whipping migrants, and that is just blatantly false. First off, these agents don't have whips. We have a couple of them behind us right now. Look, we'll show it to you. What was seen in the photos is they have what are called split reins. They're long. They are used to control the horse. You can see them holding right now. They've got a lot of slack to them. So what I've talked to a lot of these horseback agents when I've been on the ground out here. They say they will sometimes spin them like a propeller when they want to surge the horse forward. It's kind of a signal to the horse that they want it to move forward. If you look at the video or the pictures of this incident down at the river, nobody was whipped. No migrants were whipped. It was just them using the horses as kind of a physical tool to force those people back into the water. But the agents are very frustrated by the narrative out there. But DHS has launched an investigation now, so we'll see what they come back with.
Yes, even Stevie Wonder would be able to see that this is a bunch of bullcrap. And what Kamala Harris is doing, she appears to be race baiting like she always do. You are the dummy of my life. Yeah, this woman is a dummy. So if I'm getting this straight, you don't need to see to be able to know this is garbage. You just got to have common sense. So instead of me solving the problem before we go into an investigation by going down there, first of all, because this mess was supposed to be my mess. I'm handling this, but I kicked it out to mucus, right? But instead of me going down there or even making a phone call. Yeah, heard some rumors. But instead of going into a full-blown investigation that is very simple, because I just figured it out right there. There's no need for further investigation. I looked at the horses and saw the reins and concluded that those aren't whips. Those are horse reins. And no Haitians are coming out saying, yeah, I was smacked with one of those whips that they came down and beat us with. What was the end game? See, this is the logic that Democrats don't even stop to consider. What was the end game if these were slave masters? Did they round these folks up and bring them somewhere to some type of slave plantation? After you got done whipping them and lassoing them, what was your goal then? See, these are things that they expect us to be dumb and just listen to and say, well, yeah, we do need an investigation. More investigations for stupid stuff and to create fake narratives is exactly what we need, considering all the problems we have. No wonder her ratings are in the tank.
The VP is no stranger to criticism when it comes to how she has approached her critical job as border czar. But as the crisis continues in Del Rio, MSNBC anchor Stephanie Rule ripped into the VP asking, where is she?
How about a message from our vice president? Where is she? She was supposed to be in charge of all of these migration issues, going to those northern triangle countries. That's obviously not Haiti. That was one of her first international trips with the message, do not come here illegally. People aren't listening.
The MSNBC anchor isn't the only one critical of the VP. According to Fox News, local border agents aren't happy about Kamala Harris's comments about their alleged whipping. Editor for Fox News Digital Peter Hassan tweeted this. Border agents furious about Kamala Harris's comments today, telling Adam Shaw and me she is placing blame on agents to deflect because she and Biden are not going to change how they are handling this. It just proves what absolute idiots they are.
Oh, wow, somebody's fighting back. Good, because these folks are evil. They put these folks out there to fail. They create horrible conditions. They don't give them any props. They demonize them every chance they get. They ignore the problem because they created the problem. They're not there to put a fire out. They get no glory in that. No. They want this mess to escalate and escalate for a while, to the point where when they do decide to, it's almost voting time, we better go ahead and act like we're doing stuff. By that time, we have reached our goal and objective of however many million of these folks that we want to come over here so we can give amnesty to and secure our voter base for the rest of eternity. Now, to bubbleheads, they don't see the game. But we do. Let's finish.
The agents continue to defend themselves, arguing they didn't whip anyone. With basic knowledge and 2 brain cells, anyone knows those agents use split reins. They do use them as a whip on their horses. This helps get a quicker response from the horse to move out when needed, especially when the horse may be hesitant with groups of people or other animals. Again, it is clear that those in charge, a term that is disgusting to use, have no clue about our operations and frankly operate by ignorance and unhinged emotions.
Is your name Kamala Harris? This woman right now made me have to go into the Kevinator. I got to go back in time to deal with some of this stupidity, some of this garbage, some of this race baiting. This is absolutely horrific what they are doing right now. And they're dropping the burden on our folks. And I just cannot understand how any type of person that's in the military, anybody who's in law enforcement, how do you do it? How can you go in and rationally vote for these folks, knowing that any given second, they can throw you, your family, your future, your reputation, your livelihood completely under the bus?
Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas saw photos of the border agents and has condemned the actions.
I was horrified to see the images, and we look forward to learning the facts that are adduced from the investigation, and we will take actions that those facts compel. We do not tolerate any mistreatment or abuse of a migrant.
Oh, you hear that?
Period.
He don't tolerate all that mess. Period. Okay? I heard about it. But yet when you were up there on trial testifying at Congress, you ain't know nothing. You know, I mean, you don't know how many folks we let into the interior. You don't know how many folks we done sent back. You say you got a plan to stop all of this so that our Border Patrol won't even be subjected to this type of garbage. But you haven't been telling us how soon your plan will be executed, what the plan is. You can't even justify why you, for some reason, decided to roll back all of the policies that President Trump had put in place that was working and got our border situation down to like a minimum. And now all of a sudden, it just skyrockets. Could it be you're the factor? But yet here you out here wanting to investigate about some pictures of some guys on horseback trying to do what you caused. And you can't make a simple phone call? Hey guys, man, I know this is probably crazy, but there's some rumors out there that, could you explain it to me? And then I'll just go right back out to the press and say, y'all got it wrong. But see, he's not working for America. He's not working for his folks that he employs. No, he's working for the Democrat Party and the globalists. So why would he support them? Why would he go to bat for them like Trump used to? America first. Always support law enforcement, military, and it got to be real obvious that some shenanigans is going on to roll them under the bus, but not for these Democrats. It's opportunity makes them roll them under the bus, and I'm mad about it, man. Big payback. I feel like James Brown. Let's continue.
And while thousands of Haitian migrants have been deported either back to Haiti or relocated to other customs and border protection facilities, there are still thousands living in squalors under the bridge.
Wow. Thousands living in squalor under the bridge, and Kamala's out there talking about we do not mistreat illegal immigrants at all. Where is Alexandria Cortez and all of them going down with their nice clean white suits on, weeping and wailing at the wall? Why aren't they down there laying out in sackcloth and ashes over all of these kids down there just in that poop? Mothers giving birth down there. These folks left out under a bridge in the hot sun. Right about now, those concentration camps that they were saying Trump was running sounds a lot better than sleeping on the ground underneath the bridge, because we all know those weren't concentration camps. But they were only concentration camps when Trump was the president. Now that Biden's the president, they're humanitarian hotels. Man, do you see how foul and corrupt these people are? And I'm going to throw some of these leaders of these big tech companies in here too. Right now, as you're watching my video, YouTube is probably powering it down, suppressing it, turning off your notifications, doing all they can to make sure that you don't hear what I'm saying. Because see, they want to support this garbage too. We are living in real trying times. But we hold on, y'all. We keep the faith and we keep fighting until the end. You dig? Now, God bless you. God bless America. I had to expose that hypocrisy, but we found her, y'all. But here's the trick. If you ever want to catch a chameleon Harris, don't put out real problems to bait her out. No. Put some racism out there, and she'll come out and get all over that bait. So that's the key to trapping a Democrat. Dang on it. Want to trap a Democrat? Throw some of that crap out there, and here they come. God bless. Take care. Now, God bless y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share my videos. Also, don't forget to donate if you like. Kevin's Corner. There are links in the bottom of this video. Check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. If you like the products, put Kevin in the promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. And what else? Oh, find me on Rumble in the Jungle. All right, God bless you all next time in Kevin's Corner. Take care.